And coming back to you, Dr. Aramya, since you said you have to have only when you're hungry and have less of calories and all those things, I have a little question. What can be the possible household measures and probable drugs which you can include in your cooking, which would also modulate your immune system?
Okay. Thank you, Chaitanya. So, coming to food, actually, we'll start with the drinking water. As I told, the water is actually to be boiled and taken for drinking all through the day, and possibly with the use of dry ginger. This dry ginger actually has a tendency of improving the digestion at the same time keeping the secretions at bay. So, this is one thing which can be used throughout the day. Also, there are other options like using cumin or the jeeraka seeds and also coriander seeds. These also can be used for boiling water, which will help you in hydrating also. And there is a combination of trikutu, that is dry ginger, pepper, and long pepper. This can be powdered, and the powder used for boiling, you just in the boiling water also it can be added and taken for drinking purpose, or you can also take 1 teaspoon, boil it with 4 glasses of water, reduce it to 1/4, and take it as a decoction twice daily. So that can also be possible. So in case of drinking water, this much can be done. And in case of generally when people sit at home, the number of tea and coffee that it actually increases. So this is one thing that will help reduce your digestive power also. So instead of drinking too much of tea and coffee, you can shift to some healthy drinks like usage of coriander seeds. It's actually a very traditional way of using this chukumalli coffee. In that the combination is coriander seeds, dry ginger, and then pepper and tulsi leaf, which is actually coarse grinded, and then once it is boiled in a few glasses of water, it has to be reduced to a certain limit. It needn't be reduced too much also, just like tea also you can boil, and it can be added with jaggery and taken. So this is one thing which will help in aiding digestion, but at the same time keeping your pitta also in control. It will not increase your acid levels and all that. So that's one way to keep a balance also. And you would have heard about this uh, turmeric latte,
Yes.
because milk is actually considered as a rasayana as per our classics. In Sadhguru, it is mentioned also that it has to be taken regularly. Milk with ghee is also one of the best rasayanas that can be taken daily. But here, when people drink milk, they always have a tendency to catch up this cold or increase of some kaba conditions also, especially children. So, usage of turmeric and pepper powder, a pinch of both would be enough. Once it is boiled, it can be taken. And there is also a prayoga of using milk along with dry ginger. That powder also can help in reducing this kapha and keeping it at correct condition. And then coming to food, when you have to, as I already told you, eating healthy food is a must during this period. Just because healthy food is the only way to keep your immune and strengthen your body at this tendency, because wherever you have the immune getting low, you always have a tendency to catch up the virus very easy. So keeping healthy, how? It is by taking regulated food at by regulated intervals, and taking fresh food. Though cooked, you cannot take the previous day food. You have to take fresh food which is prepared at least maximum 3 to 4 hours before. That will help in aid in digestion also, and getting absorbed also quickly by the body. And there are healthy soups that can be made from our lentils like horse gram, green gram. Now, when we say about the pulses that is being used, people always have a tendency to use uh, the tur dal more. But instead of tur dal, it is always better to use green gram, because the aiding in digestion, it is easy to digest, at the same time very strengthening than compared to tur dal. And also the usage of black gram is to be reduced, since that always has a tendency to create an increase in kapha. Okay. And the soups can be made also from, not only from green gram. One of other thing that helps is kulatta or the horse gram. It is actually a bit hot in potency, so not to be used daily, but you can opt it for once or twice a week. And then, as a tendency of using kanji has actually come down because most of them don't like it. But this is one thing that actually helps in keeping your hydration. Very importantly, the water balance in the body can be maintained. At the same time, this is one food that will easily get digested. It can be even used at night. So the options are that you can use gruel with rice or broken wheat or with barley, and it can also be added along with cumin, which actually tastes better and also helps in again digestion and keeping the body hydrated. Also, there can also be a combination of green gram and turmeric, which is actually Dr. Somit's favorite. So it actually is one of the things that will help give more strength to the body and at the same time easily digestible also. So making sure that these Dr. Prem was telling, since it is summer, now summer people tend to always have a drinks more. Taking fresh juice is actually okay, but fresh juice should be taken at specific period of time, which is not too much of not adding any ice cubes or adding more sugar. It should be taken like that, just a fresh juice as such, and the fruit should not also not be refrigerated. And the other form of taking a nice fluid is like using buttermilk. Instead of curd, you can shift to buttermilk, and buttermilk itself can be added with a little bit of salt, curry leaves, and a little bit of ginger, which actually helps in hydrating better than any of the other drinks. Okay. And also, I have some more things to add on. Like as we already told about the personal hygiene, in that the gargling, which can be done with decoctions of triphala. Triphala is a combination which you can easily access to, and also with the usage of licorice. Licorice is a medicine which helps in aiding soothing to the cough, throat, and also the mouth. It helps cleansing. At the same time, it's very healing in nature also. So that's one good thing which can be used. It can also be done with the usage of turmeric and salt, which helps in cleansing more. Okay. And second thing I would like to add is about the steam inhalation. Steam inhalation is very important when we consider this personal hygiene. Like as part of the personal care itself, you have to make sure that all your nose, throat, everything is clear. And this can be possible by the usage of steam inhalation. By adding eucalyptus oil, karpura, or pudina also helps. Okay, and as Dr. Premchandra was telling, fumigation is very important. Fumigation helps in keeping our surroundings clean. So that way, any kind of, because keeping the surroundings dry and clean is very important, and any kind of wetness and all contract the infections very easily. So this is possible by the usage of fumigation, and it is not a very difficult task. Aparajita churna is one of the medicines that has been advised, but instead you can even shift to turmeric and neem leaves. Neem leaves are easily available also. And apart from all this, I think it is very important when you sit at home, keeping your mind stable. So learn new things and stay positive.
Thank you, Dr. Aramya. That was really, really good into the cooking, straight to kitchen that it goes. So coming back to Somit sir, you gave us a elaborate list of how the patya has to be framed, and along with that, Dr. Aramya did give us a lot of drugs which should be included into the cooking. So is there any research backup to all this drugs and all this patya that you have mentioned? Uh, is there any research update that also goes?
Yes, so coming to the whole research aspect, uh, I would like to put the perspective is that we have to be very clear that what has to be preventive and what is the curative. So I'm going to right now basically uh, touch upon, of course, Aramya has told a lot of herbs which has a very strong research background, which I will kind of also share with you, especially ginger. So I think ginger can be a kind of a wonder drug. not drug, I would say it's a wonder herb for this COVID-19, because there's a lot of background research which can back up this thing. Now, I was quite surprised that when I was going through Chakradatta and Sannipatika Jwara Chikitsa, where even the government of India has talked about that, yes, COVID does come into a Sannipatika Jwara kind of classification. And so I would like to say that, see, whatever the predominance of Sannipatika Jwara may be, Vata Pradhan or Pitta or Kapha, first you have to attack Kapha. This is the common Chikitsa Sutra of Sannipatika Jwara. Sannipata Jwara Purvaha Kuryat Kapha Paha. So Kapapaham. So you have to understand that anything which can reduce the Agni, increase the Kapha, wherever it can be in Grishma Ritu, it can be in Vasant Ritu. Of course, Vasant Ritu is getting over, so it was more prominent, and that's why there are a lot of now scholars telling that with due course of advent of Grishma Ritu or summer, things may come down, the virulence may come down. But the biggest challenge is that with summer season, our Agni will also come down. Now we know that according to Ayurveda, Jwara is not because of only virus, but we say in Jwara, what we say, Amashyastu Hatva Agni Sa Ama Marg Pidhayat. The Amashya and Agni and the digestion is very important. So when in the Grishma Ritu, now we are going into when our digestion will be low, our physical strength will be low, and if we err into our whole dietetics, we can still get this COVID virus, because I have shown you relationship in where the metabolism affects your immunity, both your innate immunity as well as your acquired immunity, both. So you have to be very careful. Let's not be complacent. Work. Now, why I'm trying to give more importance to this Sannipatika Jwara, because if you look at the whole gamut of herbs which has been told, or so I was the Nasyam was a very important thing. So what Chakradatta has told in a kind of Sannipati Jwara Chikitsa is told that Adraka Swarasam and Matulunga Swarasam. Now, this with Trilavana, Saindhavam, and then this black salt, and the other, the called as Vidyaj Namak we say in Hindi, but it's one of the Savarchala Lavana, what we say in Sanskrit. This combination has been specifically told in Sannipatika Jwara Chikitsa. Now, why I'm trying to tell you Nasyam is very important in these terms, as I have told you in our previous presentation, that first 4 days when it is extremely virulent, the the virus, the COVID virus is very active in upper respiratory tract. And all these procedures, see, a lot of oil has not been told in Sannipatika Jwara, but it's Swarasa Kalpana has been told. Why? Because it has to take care of kapha culmination in that. Now, other one, what we will be seeing, that again, there is another very common drug or herb is Negelia sativa. What we say is Karanjirikam or the black cumin. So this was used as a prashana in Sannipatika Jwara. So if you take this, and I will show you a lot of studies which also study and against the SARS, that this kind of SARS-CoV version 1, now we have version 2, but in version 1, it was effective in inhibiting the viral replication. Second thing is, as Aramya has very well talked about, the use of Yava, Kulatha, that is Yava is barley, Kulatha is horse gram, and Moong dal, that is Mudga. Now, why this is important? This is all our Shotahara. So as I was telling you that in the second half, when from the Navajwara, it becomes Pachamana Jora into Sannipatika form, you have lot of kleda. When you have a kleda, you cannot give something which will increase the kleda. So you have to give Ushna and Ruksha Dravyas. And Ushna Ruksha Dravya, the Kulatha is very Ushna Ruksha. So in case of mild pneumonia symptoms in COVID, this is what has been told in Ayurveda, that Yusha made out of Yava, then Bear is called as Kola. You'll be surprised, this Kola is only it comes to market in Vasant Ritu. In North India, you will see during this Saraswati Puja is done in Vasant Ritu, in Vasant Panchami. So what we offer to the Lord Saraswati is the Kola. Now, this is very unique that it's just a coincidence. I don't know, maybe, but this is a very important recipe which is told in our text Chakradatta, that you have to use this. And it is also very available seasonally now. And then Mulaka. That means Raphinus sativa, which is again, we say radish. This is a very important component of handling and this kind of inflammation. So you have a kind of yusha, a kind of soup made out of all this. And then what are the shaka which has been told in the Sannipatika Jwara Adhikara? So they are patolam. Again, people are not talking about brinjal. Vartaka has also been talked about. And then thick patolam, that is Karvelakam. Then you have some kind of cabbages. So we say this is Vana Karkotakam. Now, Vana Karkotakam, or what we generally use is also cabbage in our day-to-day life, that is cultivated one. So this has also a very important reference in Jwara Chikitsa. So if you look at in a very short, if you want to summarize in terms of, you have pathya like green lentil, red lentil, Bengal gram, horse gram. Then you have vegetables like bitter gourd, snake gourd, brinjal, then cabbage, a small variety of mulaka or radish. Then Indian plums, that badara and kola is very, very seasonal. In North India, it's still available. People should take this. Grapes, dried grapes, figs, amalaka, the amalaki, and orange juice. See, orange and matulunga. See, why I'm trying to tell you this matulunga or citrus group herbs are very important both as a diet and medicine in this. If you see, the Nasya was given with Matulunga Swarasam and Ardraka Swarasam in Sannipatika Jwara to get rid of the. So I will show you a lot of studies which has found out that how Hesperidine has been very effective in managing or even stopping the replication of these kind of COVID viruses. So, and then spices, the number one is dry ginger, cinnamon, curcumin or turmeric, cloves, nigella, the black cumin, thyme, coriander. So in fact, very important, it has been in a Shadanga Paniyam, it has to be used. And the basic thing is, please follow Vasanta Ritu Charya and Ritu Sandhi Paricharya of Vasanta and Grishma, because this is very important, whether you are healthy or whether you are having mild symptoms of COVID, please be careful with what you eat. So in first stage, when there is a Vata Kapha Lakshanas, Mudga and Amalaki soup has to be given. The second phase, when there is a little, you see that there are a lot of people also with hemoptysis symptom or Pittaja symptoms. There, Amalaka and Draksha has been told in Chakradatta. All these are from Chakradatta. And Sannipatika, as I have told, the soup made out of Yava, Kola, Kulatha, Mudga, dry Mulaka has been told. And there is a special rice preparation told in Sannipatika Chikitsa, because keeping in view of the Kapha, importance of Kapha and improving the Agni, is told that you have to cook rice with 1 part of Pipuli and 5 parts of Shunti. So if you have 10 grams of shun, 10 parts of pipali, 10 grams of pipali and 50 grams of shunti, add 160 grams of rice and then 1 liter of water, and then boil it and strain the water and eat that odaka. It's just like kind of a medicated biryani. Now, if you look at now what are the potential uh, evidences. So I would like to take you through certain, now there is a lot of now work going on in silico studies. So this is a branch of drug development where we, through computer animated programming and by using big data and data analytics, we try to see that what are the targets for handling SARS-CoV, and are there certain herbs with certain chemicals which can block this target. So this particular research is very recently accepted, and it is from China, in fact, but you'll be surprised that they're also working on Indian herbs. And it was published in March, around 10th of March. And it says that the Phyllanthus amblica, the amalaki, which we are talking about, it has been, because they have two chemicals, which shows that it can block the virus from getting, after, like when the virus gets into the host cell, it starts replicating. And when this replication is happening during into the cell, it can stop the replication of the virus, Phyllanthus amblica or the amalaki. Similarly, Dracha, which was also, I was talking to you in Sanipati Gijora, has been told, in especially in Vata and Pitta space, they have been also seeing that it also inhibits the viral structural protein, because when virus gets into the COVID gets into the cells, it starts creating its own protein. So there is chemicals in Draksha which can inhibit these proteins from getting formed into the host cells or inside your either upper respiratory tract or your lungs. Third is Citrus medica, that is Matulunga. It has hesperidine and neohesperidine, which again not only blocks the virus from entering into the cells, but also it inhibits the formation. If at all it gets into the viral, the virus gets into the host cells, it stops the protein, it may stop. So what I'm trying to tell you, these stimulated studies are showing probable mode of mechanism based on presence of these phytochemicals. So what has been told in our text, the new method of drug development of in silico study can give us a lot of conceptual proof. Now, is it enough for following? Yes, it is enough for following for people who are, of course, if they want to prevent. Now the question is, are they also enough to start a proper clinical study? So I think modern medicine is being doing. Now, all these in vitro, in silico study has been now been a very strong evidence which is cited for doing a kind of clinical intervention. And Ayurveda having a kind of a long history of practice in India with a proven efficacy, these studies should be taken in consideration for using it for therapeutic purpose. So now, as I was coming to the Ardharka, as why I was telling you a wonder drug, because this was a study published in 2013 where they studied that when they gave ginger extract to the people with acute respiratory distress syndrome. Now, what they found. So, as we all know that this is an issue due to which the patients are dying out of COVID-19. So what they have found out that when they gave diet supplement with this ginger to the patient with ARDS, they found a significant reduction in IL-1, IL-6, and TNF-alpha, that is tumor necrosis factor. That means it has definitely a immunomodulatory effect. And it was given to people who were in a setup which was basically on ventilation. So they all were in ventilation, and they gave against a placebo control. So there was a placebo and as well as a ginger extract. So this is a placebo control trial which highly speaks about efficacy of ginger. So all my colleagues talking about ginger is absolutely important, that there is a scientific evidence, and that too specifically in ARDS, which happens in COVID-19. Then second thing is, the second study also talks about, again, people in ICU setup, where the one group was given coconut oil internally, 1 gram of coconut oil as placebo, and the second group was given as 125 milligrams of ginger extract. Now, what they found out, that people who gave were given this ginger extract, they had a better outcome in terms of, so they found an overall ICU mortality reduced by 15.6% in where there was this ginger extract given. The other thing is, I was talking about is acute respiratory distress syndrome. There is again, this has been published in 2018, but they have talked about COVID version 1, that was in 2000, COVID SARS virus, which happened in 23. They have found that curcuma has been very important in decreasing the NF-kappa beta pathway. Now, kappa B, why this is very important, because this is a major pathway which prevents the flare up of inflammatory cytokines. We all know that people are dying in COVID because there is hypercytokinemia, means there is an excessive inflammatory response. Curcuma, if it is there, this NF-kappa B pathway, in fact, modulates that response. So if it is there in your, so even if you are getting a virus, your probability of getting into that acute autoimmune flare-up is reduced if you are taking curcuma in your diet or turmeric in your diet. Then again is, as my colleagues have talked about, Glyrizia glabra. It has also a very important, so if you see, Yashti Madhu has been told very vehemently in terms of Vata Kaphaja perspective, as well as for gargling, as people have been saying, it has the similar effect which will prevent a strong autoimmune inflammatory response in the body. Second thing is, if you look at Allium sativum, the garlic is again very well studied in terms of, again, in SARS-CoV. Then next thing was, I was talking about your hesperidin, that was found in matulunga or in lemon, normal lemon, what we eat in day-to-day life, or oranges. So citrus fruits is very important. And I will try to also tell you what is the importance of vitamin C and D also in this COVID-19 management. A lot of people have been talking about, and a lot of research have come out, how, so apart from vitamin C source of this citrus fruits, they have hesperidin, which reduces this NF-kappa B activity, as well as you will be seeing that, as we have discussed, this hesperidin also prevents the virus to get into the cells. And this is a very important insight, that how Matulunga was told in perspective of the Sanipatika Jwara importance. So we have a lot of research on that. Then Nigella sativa and citrus, and again Matulunga citrus species have been told, they have been very important in stopping the replication of coronavirus by certain expression of TRP genes family. Second, again, this is a very recent, still for kind of current science, which is an Indian journal. It has just come out on 10th April. They have done the same, again in silico study of what are the common diet and natural products which can if have an effect on COVID-19 different binding sites and to improve the outcomes or block them from getting more virulent. So they have found out apple has a good effect, then garlic, then celery, that is omum, what we say is celery seeds, ajmoda, coriander, turmeric, licorice, again black cumin, again here it found. Then Mamordica dioica, as I was telling you, this carcota, that is Carvelaca, Lufa cylindrica, the gouts, is also having certain activity on COVID-19 from this in silico study may have a strong effect. Then onion, allium cepa, then holy basil, tulsi, then you have peppermint. Peppermint is again very important in terms of also improving the metabolism. It has been used in Ayurveda also for metabolic diseases. And best thing is these are also tikta rasa. Now you have to see that now since spring to summer we are going, so you have to start taking tikta, less cut 2, and a little more on, because in summer season we have to take more madhur rasa. So you have to take all those berries and fruit which are madhur rasa but easy to digest, which will prevent the agni getting diminished. So another important thing is what are the naturally NF kappa inhibitors. We see the curcuma, resveratrol, draksha. Then this is a very important thing which in many of the research journals it is discussed. See why Europe had so much of virulence as well as death. So they are seeing that a very strong data has come out that the ICU admitted patient had a considerable vitamin D deficiency because of the climate in Europe. Of course, it can be. And in India also, unfortunately, because of our red collar job, we are more and more confined to the offices and less exposed to. So you have to be very exposed to sun. So you need to see that you need to follow a proper dinacharya. But when you talk about dinacharya, Natsya Abhyanga has a do's and don'ts. So when you are a infected person, please don't follow normal ritucharya. You have to follow specific charya, what is given when you are infected. So what all the dinacharya we have told is for a normal person who has not been infected, wants to improve the immunity. But if you are already infected, please consult your doctor and take proper pathya. So vitamin C, vitamin D supplementation is very well now also propagated. So you have to look into all the pathyas which is told during Grishma Ritucharya or Vasanta Ritucharya, which are good for vitamin C and D, and try to improve your overall outcome. So this is in short the scientific evidence behind, and I think we have to see that we have to balance between our Shastra and science. And I see in this perspective, science and Shastra is on the same level. They all think alike.
So that was Dr. Somay with a whole lot of research back up to every drug that has been mentioned and the whole discussion. So let me just quickly conclude the whole sessions to have a take home points. So Dr. Arun gave us the 5 steps preventive measures that has to be kept in mind, which is absolutely wash your hands, keep at least 1 meter social distancing, avoid touching your eyes, nose and throat and tongue, and always keep the respiratory hygiene and stay cool at home. So that was the first measures of preventive thing that you have to keep in mind to prevent the COVID-19 from spreading. And Dr. Prem Shankar briefed us on which are all the domains the preventive measures is spread. So when you wake up is important, how you spend your day is important, how you adjust to the climatic condition is important, and how to have the personal conduct is also very important, and in which having your dose of daily abhyangam and also exercise is also very important when it comes to maintaining your immunity as well as your physical fitness. And Dr. Aramya gave us the whole bunch of drugs and advices on how to have a healthy diet, and also on which are all the probable drugs which would help improve the immunity was also guys, if you are somebody who is very keen on experimenting with your cooking skills, please note that eat only when you're hungry, eat only how much you need, and eat only half your belly, which will definitely keep you healthy. And Dr. Somit gave us the research updates on every drug that was mentioned in the whole panel discussion. To name a few, definitely ginger is one of the main thing, turmeric, and coriander, onion, garlic, pepper, mint. Having chukka kapi is the chukkamalli coffee, which was given by Dr. Aramya, and having turmeric milk, and if not, pepper or ginger with milk will also increase the immunity. And always have a 3 to 4 hours gap between your meals, and include lentils into your diet, which will definitely help you because it is lighter for digestion and it will help you boost your immunity. And having gruel preparation to your diet is also very important when it comes to keeping your immunity intact. So also gargling with triphala and fumigation is also important to have a safe and hygienic conduct of yourself. So diet, how to spend your day, what to add to your recipe, is vitamin D important for your immunity, and how about vitamin C, and how to spend your day. All this was the point of discussion for the day. And if you're keen to know about all the research updates that has been that was discussed, please go back and listen to the whole video. And this was whole about the second session of Ayu Learn series on preventing COVID-19, the best that we can do. Thank you so much. Stay indoors, stay safe, stay happy, break the chain, and we together we stand and we shall definitely overcome. Thank you so much, and thank you, the panelists.